It is sunny today. I'm enjoying it because tomorrow the rain comes. Uh, we are here today with That's All, folks. Or is it? I so I know. I used to watch cartoons. What can I say? We'll get back to that in a minute. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. It's so good to have you back. If you're returning, uh, this is a space where we're holding space for what your story truly is: midlife, your vitality, and fertility. Being a midlife mom, what is that all about? The whole story. I so much believe in you and your body and what's possible, and what your story is absolutely unknown to me. Maybe you're not sure, but there's a part of you that feels still driven to move forward, even on the hard days. Then you're in the right place, because I am digging in there with you, or holding space, whatever it is that you need inside there. We're looking at the relationship to your body and so much more. But the most important thing right now is taking a breath, because I know that whatever it is that got you here to this moment, whether it's live or on the replay, it's this: taking a breath and landing in the room, exhaling, is, if you can remember, if I can remember, in various moments in the day, to just check in. Am I breathing? Are you breathing? It seems silly. Of course you're breathing because you're alive, right? Yet each day there are moments that if you check in, you might notice, oh, actually you're holding your breath or your belly in. I know when I'm out in the world, I'm often, holding it in, want to look good, but it brings, your breath up into your chest, creates a bit of anxiety. And if you're already having challenges in life, which, let's just face it, at one point or another, we all have something going on. And if you're here, then more than likely there's something going on, because you're working through this path, or you're looking to get some energy in this space and for yourself and that clarity. So here we are. Now, I said, that's all, folks, because if you are an American, or even if you're not, and you have ever seen Looney Tunes, oh, am I allowed to say that? Well, hopefully. Then they used to always say that at the end, like, that's all, folks. And I think I've been thinking about that a lot, because it comes up in life with friends, with your fertility path, with partners in moments, or different relationships or business relationships. Sometimes there's the question, is this the end? Sometimes just asking the question, I have a creaky chair. Sometimes just asking the question, is this it? Gives you a quick answer, like a hell yes or a hell no, heck yes, heck no, depending on who you are. And it's not always easy to answer that question if you're just thinking, like, do I go on? But if I say, okay, stop right now, forget fertility, what is your response? I'm curious. Did your body give you a response and your mind give you a different response? Is there a, or a, oh? Because there is no right answer. It's not that you have to keep going or you have to stop right now because things aren't working. Your story, your destiny, whatever you want to believe in, whatever is yours. And I want to encourage you to listen to what you just got there for a moment. Stop your fertility. Stop measuring. Stop checking your temperature. Stop the diet. Stop getting needles poked into you. Whatever it is, now we're talking acupuncture or something else. What is your response when I'm saying each of these things? I'm curious, because there are moments when it is very powerful to stop. And there are moments when it feels like an absolute no to stopping, that you're meant to go forward. Yet listen to your body before your mind, because that was my alarm. Did you hear that? Did it pause? Maybe. I'm not sure what that alarm was about, actually. Probably to be coming here. Remembering to listen to your body first, because the mind will always want to keep you safe. Safe isn't always fun, it's the known. And if known has been, keep going, this is what we do, this is what's necessary in order to get pregnant, to have that baby, those babies, sometimes the mind messes with us, messes with you. So it's important to listen here. This body, your body, it knows. It's wise, it's clear. Hi, I see somebody out there, or I did for a moment. And so coming back into this relationship with your body, which may have been broken down. Why? Well, when there are losses, when there are misses, meaning no pregnancy at all, when there's been a long time of saying, nope, no pregnancy, no, nope, and or doing things to your body or checking on your body to be a no, switching gears, it takes time. Transitions can be rough and take some practice. Giving some examples and some reminders of things that I know that you know pretty well is seasons. Okay, when there's a season shift, I don't know about you, but this has been a long winter here in Northern California. And so it took me this long to get to a place of wanting to be working more, to be together, to take on new people, new energies, new stories, new whatever. Now I'm still transitioning. An even better example, if you've ever been working on a project, a house, a wedding, been working really hard or having a busy season, this is a perfect one. This is absolutely identical to this right now, in my opinion. When you've been working really hard, it takes, for a while, it takes, I would say, 10 days to 2 weeks to fully unhook from that go, 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 go. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's the same thing with fertility. If you've been telling yourself, or some expert has been saying, or even you've been looking at some of my videos and thinking, okay, I have to do this, you have to do that. No, you don't have to. We're coming always back to you listening to the wisdom of yourself, your body, your knowledge. And what is right for you and me might be different. But I'm always going to throw things out there, not because I'm better and I know. Yes, I've had success, but I'm throwing things out there so you can see what sticks and makes sense for you. However, if you've been in a I have to and go, go, go in a way, meaning doctors and shots or certain diets or measuring your temperature for the right time to have sex. Oh my gosh, that is at a certain point so exhausting. I found it really intolerable at one point and I just said enough. Of course, that's when I got pregnant. I really don't think that it's the same for everybody. Of course, some people get pregnant easily. Some people get pregnant with doing all the things. It's whatever relaxes you. Just like sometimes crunching numbers, I kid you not, relaxes me. And just kind of knowing and having something I can work with that's solid and solid. I like to go through my expenses. It's fun. I know I'm weird, but it's something that feels good. So for some people, going through those numbers might feel really good. Looking at the temperature might feel like, whew, something you can be in control with and of. And not all of you are going to, not you maybe, not me for sure. For me, that was, once I start thinking about it too much, it's like, I remember learning how to play softball in school, and always the process of learning something new, I'd get all up in my head and I would just fall, like when I was skiing, I would fall because I didn't want anybody looking at me. I just wanted to do it. And other times, you have to just find what's right for you. Sometimes learning can be exciting. I love learning with you. I love working with startups. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world because we're digging in and exploring and doing something new. Same with you. It's the same, just like a startup business, which is why I have this weird combo of things I do, because it's like, ooh, what can we discover here? What's yours? What's your perfect, beautiful, wonderful, imperfect combination of things that is going to get you there? So that's all, folks, thing is really about looking at, is it time to take a break from the things that are creating stress? Or is it time to keep going with the things that bring you joy? Is it time for you to exhale and give yourself permission to do it your own way? I'm always going to come back to that. Doing it your own way. Because your doctors, your acupuncturist, your mother, your partner, your circle of people who support you, if you're doing it on your own or not, everybody's going to have their ideas. We're all passing forward, things that may or may not be helpful, like that old Boz Scaggs song from the 90s that's been tweaked many times, right? It's like recycling information that was actually from traumas and, whatever. So some of us are going to have helpful things and some not. So your business is, you're sort of like your liver. You're filtering out the crap you don't need and keeping what you do, because only you and your body know what is yours. No one else. Always come back to that. I'm going to take another breath and exhale. If you want to do that with me, I'm going to take a breath of my beautiful roses that I just picked, our first roses of the year. I'm going to show these to you. Look at this beautiful bottle too that a friend of mine gave me. It reminds me of Czech. It reminds me of blue, and you know how much I love blue. I want to share these with you. Look at these gorgeous roses. Now this one's not a rose, but it's beautiful. I needed to put her in there. Look at these. And I purposely had one that was a little bit, this one I picked, it was the highest rose, and it made me think of you. Gosh, these smell so good. This one is my favorite. It's sort of fiery. It makes me think of you too. It makes me think of you because there were only a couple of them, and they sort of grow their own way. Sometimes they're like this, a lot of vibrance and independence and color, and I see you that way. I feel you that way because I know that if we're in the same space, there's something here. You love vitality, color, beauty, maybe the purity of white, but there's something about you that's different. Because the fact that you're on this path means that you are willing to go beyond the norm. You're willing to not stick with what other people is supposedly the way, meaning doing it at a certain age and doing it a certain way. You're going to do it your way, and you're going to do it in your own time. There's enough time. There's enough time. I want you to, can you say that if you're in a place where you can say it? I would love for you to say, there's enough time out loud, or say it in your head if you're in a place where you can. I'm curious how that feels. I can't see anything in the chat here. I'm just gonna, yeah, okay. Live chat, just making sure I can see everything. Definitely put down in the chat, do you feel like there is enough time? How does it feel on most days? And how did that feel to say out loud or in your head out loud, depending on where you are, there's enough time. It's okay if you pause. It's okay if you drive forward. It's okay if you choose to do it your own way. It's okay if you say no to things that don't feel right for you. And it's okay if you say yes to things that other people might say, what? What are you doing that for? Trust your feeling, trust your body, trust your spirit, and your story are going in the direction that you're meant for. And I know there's going to be days where you might go, Ariel, don't. It doesn't feel that way, right? Because there are going to be those days, and there might be lots of them at points where you just like want to pull your head under the covers, or maybe you do. I hope that you do if you can and you need to. Because dark days happen. Because things aren't going to go perfectly. Your story is unknown to me and you. Why it's going the way it is. I personally had, as you may know already, if you've gone through the videos, I had 5 losses. My 6th was successful. 6! Some people have many more. Now, it depends on what your definition is, how aware you are, whatever. Your story and your definition is up to you when it's a loss, when it's a miscarriage, when it's a misfire. That's up to you. I don't actually think that it's a misfire. I think that it's actually very clear. There's usually something going on in here or here that is affecting what's happening, right? My own story was that there were a lot of things happening out here in our bonus family world that were creating danger emotionally and even physically in moments, or it felt that way anyway. It was more energetic, I guess. And and then in my own head, there was also this permission, like, is the timing right? Da da da. And there was stress in the air. There were questions. And even the last pregnancy, when I lost her, I know it was the same. I know it was the same girl. And I lost her, and I was questioning things. And I think that at this age, at this point in time, whether you're 30, 40, 50 something, that's your story, there's always a question of what are you losing? What are you gaining? What will be different? It's impossible at any age not to be questioning these things. And there might be a part of you that's saying go, and another part of you that's saying stop. And then what? So I just wanted to put that out there. I want to hold this space for you. I want this to be a space where you can exhale into. You can be yourself. You can be honest. You can say the truth. I am going to be opening up. I'm just throwing it out there. You can leave now if you want to. I'm going to do a little bit more here. But I just wanted to say I am going to reopen the doors of the Fertility Circle coming before the end of this month, in the next weeks. So keep your eyes open. I'll do another live. We can check in and have some time together. And maybe we'll do a day or two, like a little workshop or something. I don't know. We'll see how it is. But I just wanted to throw that out there. If this is, because there's a lot of things I'm not necessarily going to say on YouTube. And you definitely will not want to just throw in the chat. But I just wanted to say, I care about you. I care about your story. If this is interesting for you, please like it and pass it on to anybody that might need it, and subscribe. And meanwhile, it's so great to have you here. How is your journey going? I wanted to throw this out here as a topic, but what I'm really here for is answering questions. I'll be here until 22, which is the next few minutes here. And if you want to talk about your story, your frustrations, your joys, your whatever it is that you want to share, how is it going? Whether you're here now or on the replay, I would love this to be a space of acceptance, of joy, of breathing through the darker bits, the shadows that are always going to be there, and they accentuate the light when it comes, the possibilities. You and your story, these possibilities, this receiving, that's what you're here for. You're here for a reason. This story is a part of your journey. It's not for nothing. However things end up in the future, whether it's a week from now, a month from now, years from now, or you end up on a different path of creating that you realize is truly yours, or maybe you do a combination of all of those. Most of my clients, that's what's ended up happening. Something major shifted. We worked to shift something. And then it was like, oh, right? And sometimes it's a big aha, and sometimes not. I am going to, while you're thinking about it, if there's anything that you want to ask, I am going to, speaking of hormones and balancing, I'm going to take what helps balance me and keep my relationship from going cuckoo bananas. And I'm going to drink my, well, that was nasty. I have some green tea here. And I found this cup my friend gave me when she moved back east, one of my closest friends. It reminds me of these huge cups that we had the first time I lived in Paris. And I remember, oh, people are hopping off. And I remember that this apartment this couple gave us was so cute. It was like over 100 stairs up. And I remember that I just remember that day with my backpack was just insane. It was so heavy. And when we got up there, there was one of everything. There was, no, sorry, two. There were two cups like this, two small plates, two forks, two knives, two spoons. I had never seen such beautiful simplicity. It reminds me of what we're doing here. Sometimes it's about clearing things and making things simple, doing a couple of things that make sense for you, that bring you joy, like this cup is. If there were chai in here, I'd be really happy, but I didn't have time to make chai. But the green tea with a tiny bit of maple, that was good. All right, I hope that you're doing well. And if you come up with something and you want to throw it in the chat later, you're welcome to. These flowers are for you to sniff. That one is yours, full of fire. I love you. I'm so thankful that you are brave and on this path for you. And take a moment after this when you click off, instead of looking through the shorts and things that pop up, and ask your body, what does it need today? Body, I'm going to ask my body, what do you need today? And see if the answer comes quickly or slowly, or there's a sudden aha. My body is saying, go to the hammock. So I'm going to the hammock, swinging and looking up at the sky after doing a couple things here. All right, we're at 22. It's so interesting how people keep popping in and out. I don't know if it's the same people, but it's so good to have you here. And if there's anything that you want to ask me quickly before I hop up, I'm happy. Hop up or hop off? I'm happy to help. I'm going to smell each of these flowers as you're thinking about it. All right. I wish you a beautifully imperfect day. Thank you for coming today. Remember to check down in the chat. I'm going to put a link to the membership. I will do something in the next weeks, and you can see if you groove and want some, or just want to show up and hang out. You can do that. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to holding space and making things easier for you. Have a intuitive, beautiful time, and I will do another live at some point, and we'll see what happens. Take care. Bye.